What's up, family? Welcome to Ask the Mods.
Where we challenge you to stop playing and start pushing.
One, two, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. My dog is bigger than hip hop. That's why it's my pookie pie, you know.
And this is my baby, Aisa.
We married, y'all. Hey, but here's the question right here that came in.
We married, y'all.
Yeah, just in case y'all didn't know, we are married. The question is this: how do I improve my marriage? My husband and I are totally different. He is hood, and I am from the suburbs. He is hard-headed, and so am I. Mm-hmm. He is a neat freak, and I am messy Marvin. Mm-hmm. We butt heads a lot. I want to get to the point where we can be on cruise control. Is that possible when we are so different? Mm-hmm. What you think, babe?
First of all, let me say this. I love this question. It's a very common question. It's a very common issue that you have two opposites coming together. Mm-hmm. I know when me and my husband first got married.
It's not me and my husband. It's my husband and I.
You see? You see what I'm talking about? But I remember. Okay, forget it. Okay. My husband and I, when we first got married, we had a lot of the same issues, particularly around Messy Marvin. Who y'all think that is? Who you think it is? Me. Yes. And my husband was like, geez, I didn't know you was all like that. Mm-hmm. And so I had, some issues around that. And, I used to get attitudes and what have you. And so in a number of ways, our upbringings were similar. But also in a number of ways, our upbringings were different. Mm-hmm. And so what we have over the years had to do is really get to a place where we're able to be in constant conversation about how we're going to do things. And we do that up until this day, do we not? Mm-hmm. When those kinds of things come up. So the question is, how do I improve my marriage? How do I get beyond some of this stuff? At the end of the day, I think there's one thing that you really need to understand. It's petty. Take that for a second. It's petty. If you allow yourself to get stuck on what's on the floor, what's not on the floor, how you should do this, how you should do that, the end of the day, you really need to be focused on what's the outcome you all are looking for. What's the outcome? Ask that question. What do you want to see at the end of the day? Most of the time, you both want the same things. You want the same kind of feeling when you come home. Mm-hmm. You want the same kind of energy. You want the same kind of things. And the goal is shared. But the method, the way you get there, that's where the madness starts to set in because you all have differences. And really, this may sound cliche, but the bottom line is you got to be able to compromise. Am I right? Yeah. You got to be able to compromise. And this is grown folk stuff. We say it, but we ain't really trying to do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but more specifically speaking, what I encourage you to do is do opposite of what your natural inclination is. Mm-hmm. So, for instance, you said you're Messy Marvin. Just try to be a little bit neater. Mm-hmm. If it's uncomfortable for you, do it. And vice versa, mm-hmm. We say that underneath the whole pettiness thing is really perception. Your perception of the situation as well as his perception of the situation is what's really leading to the conflict. Mm-hmm. So if you all step outside of the way you see things mm-hmm. and really view it from the way your spouse sees it, right. then there's a chance the behavior will change and consequently the relationship will improve. Right. But because you're clinging on to the way you see things and you see your way mm-hmm. as the only way, or you feel justified in doing it the way that you're doing it, then you're holding on to it real tight. Mm-hmm. Again, release that grip, step in his lane, step into his territory, and do some of what it is that he does. And then you'll see the value in his experience and what he's doing.
My husband always says, no one has the monopoly on perspective, mm-hmm. right? We said that before here on YouTube. We say it all the time when we speak to folks because this thing is seriously real. No one has the monopoly on perspective. That means there is no right way 99.9% of the time. I know that's hard for some folks to understand or grip or mm-hmm. grasp, but it is the truth. So if that is the case, you have to marinate and meditate on that as much as you can. If you're particularly hard-headed as you said you are, and he's even more hard-headed as you said he is, you said y'all both are, then you will have to marinate and meditate on taking that into your spirits, and then you have to move forward in action. Model for him what you'd like to see from him. Give him a little something. Pick up some stuff. Do what you need to do. Stop playing. Start pushing.